Howdy guys, I'm Brent.
And I'm Amber.
And today we're going to discuss irrigation of some trees. We have about 15 of these trees that we planted close to 3.5 years ago. We're now in July of 2022, and it has been extremely dry and hot so far this year. We have, I think we're going on really close to 90 days without any substantial rain here at the Black Sheep Meadow. So I'm going to show you today exactly how we irrigate and get water to our trees. Like I said, there's 15 of these trees across the property. The furthest one from our water well is about 1,250 feet. And at that point, you're going to have to bring water to your trees. You do not want to put the water just on the ground and let it flow off. You're going to water the ditch and the neighbor's yard and everything else around you by the time it even gets a chance to soak into the ground. So my solution for this is these 30-gallon molasses or the feed tubs that ranchers use for their cattle. And we're going to drill a 5/8 hole in the bottom of it. And whenever we fill this bucket or this tub, that 5/8 hole is going to slowly disperse the water on this tree around its drip edge for the root system to suck it up. You can look at this tree here. We'll move back. You can see where the green grass is. That is about how far the water will dissipate into the ground around the tree. That's exactly what you want. Let's take a closer look. I use the step drill bit, and the step drill bit gives you a variety of different hole sizes. For the irrigation on the tubs for the irrigation on the trees, I like a 5/8 hole. The 5/8 hole drips just enough to where you don't have too much runoff. So on the tubs, I also like to put the hole closest to the edge as possible. And the reason for that is if the hole's in the middle, that gives me very little adjustment. You know, I can go 360 around the tree. But in this case, if the hole's on the edge, I can turn the bucket and get it further away, move it around wherever I want it or need it to go. Let's do here. We're going to clean the hole a little bit on the back side. There we go. 5/8 hole right here. Let's get some water in these buckets. Ready? Mm-hmm. All right, we have a 250-gallon ICB tote, and I can recommend Facebook Marketplace being the place to get these. You can pick them up used fairly cheap. My recommendation, though, is if you get one, verify it did not have any harsh or bad chemicals in it. You know, a lot of times you can get them, they were full of soap. They can be washed out very easy. That's great. If it had anything like oil or pesticides in it, do not use it. And you can actually check. Most of the time, they'll have labeling on the side of the container if they had any bad or harsh chemicals in them. We have a 1.5-inch blue water hose coming into the bottom of the tank. That's actually a 2-inch neck at the bottom of the tank, goes to an 1.5-inch water hose. All these adapters are readily available at like a local TSC or hardware store. We go into an 1.5-inch PVC pipe with a 90 down to a ball valve here on the end. The ball valve here on the end, let's see if we can get a shot of this. The ball valve here on the end, whenever I get to a tree that has a bucket, I come out, I open up the ball valve, and it begins to disperse the water into the bucket. After the bucket's full, I come out, shut the valve off, move on to the next tree. So first, let's get this tank filled up. See if I ever get back on me here. We're going to have to refilm all this. Let's get this tank filled up, and then, so simple math on this, we're on a water well here. If you're on city water, it's probably going to be pretty close to the same, but I base it on 7 gallons per minute. So this is a 250-gallon tank. It's a little bit of variance in there, but it's going to take it right at 40 minutes for this 250-gallon tank to fill up off of a water hose. So it takes about 45 seconds to a minute to fill each one of these buckets. They're 30 gallons apiece. We have a 250-gallon tank. So we get about 8 of these buckets filled for every 1 tank of the truck. So this is our last cluster of trees. We've already irrigated all of the trees that we've planted that have irrigation tubs on them. This last cluster is approximately, I think it's 7 or 8 different oak trees inside this little cluster here. And it has a very large drip edge, of course, where the tree branches end on around its circumference. So on this particular setup, or this particular set of trees, we can take the remainder of our water that we have in the tub and just disperse it on the ground. Its runoff is actually going to stay within the drip edge here.
Don't forget to like and subscribe, follow us for more videos. If you have any questions, you have anything you want to see,
leave them in the comments.
Leave them in the comments below, and we'll see you on the next one.
Yep.